Thanks, Michael, and it is great to be here and to see everyone and to be able to talk with people. Program 1 in the Soil CRC, I lead that program. I put this picture here because, yeah, this is about soil, it's a soil conference. Program 1 is about the hands around that soil. It's about the interaction of humans with soil. And we're particularly focused on that interaction in this program. I'd like to spend 10 minutes just running through everything we've done over the past 5 years. No, so obviously I won't be going into details. Now I'm trying to work out next how we move on like that. Who we are in Program 1. We're researchers and we assist farmers and the wider agricultural community to achieve soil stewardship, soil management goals, profitability goals, and we do this through social and economic research. So we're environmental rural sociologists, we're other types of social researchers, anthropologists and so on. We're agricultural economists and marketers, accountants, these types of people, and practitioners. So a different bunch of people than often you see at a soils gathering. What we're doing as a bunch of researchers, over the last 5 years we've completed 9 projects, we've got 11 current projects, plus 6 PhD students, so about whatever that is, 17 current projects, and many collaborations. So we've been collaborating with farmer groups, universities, partners in this room. And we've heard some of that today from the farmer groups and others. We are working a lot across the Soil CRC. We've met some of the Commonwealth milestones. We've got this contract with the government who have funded the Soil CRC. We have met some of those milestones. I've listed a couple of them there around judging the demand for soil stewardship in the broader community, frameworks of adoptability, and decision support tools about adoption. But there's really good things coming and more in this area. So our goal is, so I can read it, our ultimate output is a package of information, or a package of information and capacity building activities. And that's to enable building capacity in adaptation, in learning and working with soils in new and productive ways. The package is for everyone in this room, really, the Soil CRC researchers, the Soil CRC partners, farmer groups, and others. Most of what we do in Program 1 is public good research. So we're about getting it out to as many people as possible, as fast as possible. I want to talk briefly about the sort of 3 interrelated portfolios within this package of information. And it's got all of them have got some completed projects and we've got some ongoing projects. And I'll talk briefly about those. Just a warning to the project leaders and the PhD students, I will ask you to pop up when I mention your names so that people can see who you are in the room. I won't be going into detail, I won't be listing all the people in each of the teams, but when I talk about a project leader, each of those projects has got a whole lot of people involved with them. So one area is around market mechanisms for soil stewardship, looking at areas where markets can encourage additional soil improvement practices. Mark Morrison is leading a set of projects. He's going to be talking in a couple of minutes about Mark Morrison. Thanks, Mark. Leading the way as always. And he'll be talking about that, so I'll leave that to him. Nick Pawsey is working in a similar project. There's Nick. Not so much with the consumer market, so we're all the consumer market. Nick's working with the financial institutions, looking for ways of activating financial markets to support farmers in their quest for improved soil management. So next project is looking at ecosystem services beyond carbon and doing it from a farmer focus. And this is really important, the farmer focus perspective, not the outsider perspective. And part of that is thinking, well, if farmers do have ecosystem services that they can sell, who might be the buyers beyond government? Who would be looking for these services and who can pay for those? Nick and Mark and others in that portfolio are working also looking at the potential of certification or verification, trying to understand the sort of schemes that are around at the moment, where that can fit in for soil. And PhD student Christopher Wilmot, who might stand, is providing insight into policy and law in this area. So catch up with any of those people in the breaks. Our second main area is a more social focused area, really looking at adoption, and I do that like that because I think it's more than that. It's about knowledge exchange, it's about capacity building, it's about how people share their love and their information about soil management. Hannah-Beth is leading a social benchmarking survey, a really important social benchmarking survey in Australia, and she'll be talking about that in a minute. Adoption is being considered and critiqued and expanded. So Vaughan Higgins completed a project highlighting the potential of intermediaries, including farmer groups, in that knowledge exchange. And Vaughan will be talking tomorrow, but he's here to talk with today as well. Hannah-Beth Luke, again, is also leading a follow-up project around how the intermediaries can share knowledge. So it's a lot about knowledge and just how to get things happening beyond adoption, beyond here's something, why don't people adopt it? We've got 4 PhD students contributing in this area. Melissa Wales is looking at social norms of soil management. Matthew Alexanderson is looking at regenerative agriculture in this space. Linda Worth, who we'll be hearing from later today, gender and knowledge. And Louise Hunt, exploring intuition in decision-making about soils. Our final area is around innovation and really exploring innovative ways of working with soils differently, I guess. David Falapau, over there, is partnering with farmer groups to build their innovation systems, capability and culture, and to explore the notion of farmers as drivers of innovation. Now, I note that it's about driving the innovation. It's about them coming up with the solutions. We're getting pretty good at listening to what comes from farmer groups and from farmers about what the problems are. David's research is about empowering that solutions focus through there. That's really exciting work. His initial project worked with 5 farmer groups. He's working now with another 5 groups, pairing innovation managers and industry partners. Nathan is just starting up a new project. It's really exciting for me because it's a farmer group-led research project within the Soil CRC. It's about looking at what the farming support groups, intermediaries, need to help support their people. So it's coming up with a tool, if you like, about the risks and benefits of new farming technologies. How do you make the decisions about what to back, what to support, what not to do? There's so much stuff that you could do. So it's for farmer groups and extension agencies. So Sheryl Godfrey, who isn't here, unfortunately, but he leads a project developing a framework to assess the economic and the social benefits of regenerative agriculture. But it's not just about regen ag, it's about how can you have a framework for assessing costs and benefits and risks that goes beyond gross margins, goes beyond the short term. That's a multi-criteria analysis approach. And finally, Richard Koulas, Richard's in the middle there, is just starting up a project looking at the cost effectiveness of using waste products for fertiliser. It's really about the co-benefits of carbon, as well as being paid to sequester carbon. What are the co-benefits? How can we put economic value on, you know, we all say you need more carbon in the soil. This is about finding how you do that. And PhD student Selene, at the back, is contributing in the economics of soil amelioration. So in conclusion, research in Programme 1 is providing comprehensive, nuanced understandings of issues. So the institutional, the people, the social, in our relationship with soil. We've got coming up with practical tools and approaches that assist researchers, assist everyone in the room, really. We've got many within program links already. I'll be looking to enhance that over the next few years, and in particular looking to work across programs to really bolster the things that we're learning, how to help the other programs, the things that the other programs are learning, help our research. Thank you.